lecture, we will review an interdisciplinary research roadmap, the power and usefulness of research, and the broad model of interdisciplinary process. So after reading your assigned chapter 10 more in depth, I want you to pay special attention to the following areas. Because why? This information will be on your quiz. Okay, the power and usefulness of research. Regardless of your academic or professional goals, there are several reasons why you should understand the power and usefulness of research. First, it provides critical information for making important decisions. Second, it enhances your understanding of a particular subject, problem, or question. Third, it provides evidence about how things really are. Fourth, it reveals options available to you. Fifth, it provides advance warning if you are headed in the wrong direction. 6. It provides evidence for convincing others. And 7. It provides guidance on how to make things better. Now, if you recall, in my last lecture, we reviewed the broad model approach to integration. And we stated that the broad model integrates the best elements of other approaches to interdisciplinary integration. It reflects the instrumentalist focus on problem solving and subsumes the approaches of contextualization, conceptualization, and problem centering. We are focusing now on the broad model of interdisciplinary process. And there are 6 steps. We're going to be covering step 1 and 2 in this lecture, but in future lectures we will cover the rest. Step number 1 is define the problem or state the research question. Step number 2, justify using an interdisciplinary approach. Step number 3, identify relevant disciplines. Step number 4, conduct a literature search. Step number 5, critically analyze the disciplinary insights into the problem and locate their sources of conflict. And step number 6, reflect on how the interdisciplinary approach has enlarged your understanding of the problem. Now, step number 1 is define the problem or state the research question. But what exactly is a good research question? Well, a good interdisciplinary problem or research question must have these 2 qualities. First, it must be complex, and it must be researchable in an interdisciplinary sense. A well thought out interdisciplinary research question provides critical information to readers about your project and has these characteristics. It identifies the focus of the study in an easy to understand sentence or 2. It defines the scope or boundaries of the study and characterizes the study as an interdisciplinary one. It avoids tendencies that run counter to interdisciplinary processes, and it answers the quote-unquote, so what question. Now, step 2, justify using an interdisciplinary approach. Practitioners frequently include a statement in their introductory remarks justifying an interdisciplinary approach. Authors often point to more than one of the following. The problem or research question is complex. Important insights into the problem are offered by 2 or more disciplines. No single discipline has been able to address the problem comprehensively. And the problem is an unresolved issue or unmet societal need. Now, don't forget, the broad model of interdisciplinary processes has 6 steps. The first being define the problem or state the research question. Step number 2, justify using an interdisciplinary approach. Step number 3, identify relevant disciplines. Step number 4, conduct a literature search. Step number 5, critically analyze the disciplinary insights into the problem and locate their sources of conflict. And step number 6, reflect on how the interdisciplinary approach has enlarged your understanding of the problem. In my next lecture, we will review Step 3 and Step 4, identify relevant disciplines and conduct a literature search.